Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy TJ, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Wrestling Nostalgia, where I get my reviews on WWE shows and PLE events. And today we are going to talk about Trish Stratus versus Sasha Banks. So let's go ahead and get right into it, without further ado, right? So as we all know, their rivalry first started off at the Royal Rumble 2018, where at the Royal Rumble they had a little stare off, and the chemistry was right there. They had their little back and forth, a short little, interaction, and then nothing happened after. I think they had a couple of tag matches with each other, and I think that's about it. And for the life of me, I never understood why WWE never ever picked that up and said, you know what, let's go ahead and create a storyline between them. There's something there right there. Now granted, Charlotte had a matchup with Trish Stratus the year after at SummerSlam, and it was a great match, I'm not gonna lie, but in my opinion, I feel like they dropped the ball with Sasha. In that match with Trish and Sasha would have been a lot better, honestly, in my opinion, because they already had the chemistry right there. They already, expressed numerous of times of working with each other in interviews, countless interviews.
Give it to me! So, Trish Stratus, Sasha Banks, WrestleMania 39 in Hollywood. Are you guys all going to be there?
In the main event. I'm so glad to hear that she's down. I know she's booked and busy. I know that she's a mother. But Trish, again, whenever you are ready, give me a call. I'm best friends with Vince. I know that you're not. I have this number on speed dial. So if you need it, you can give me my number. You can text me if you have it. Slide into my DMs. I'll let them know. It will make millions, baby. This is going to be the greatest match of all time. So let's do it, Trish.
Speaking of legends, this is a great question from Benjamin. You've always said you would love to face Trish Stratus. Do you think this match will happen one day?
Man, this girl is dodging me. I'm waiting for Trish. I'm ready. I'm here. Whenever she's free and wants to fight the legit boss, the greatest of all time, then she can come find me. She knows where I'm at. She has my number. Okay. She has Vince's number too.
So her and I had maybe a 5-minute moment in the 2018, so many years ago now, Royal Rumble, and to this day people are like, that's the match we want to see. Sometimes you just have this energy that's palpable, and you just have this, it's like when Lita and I faced off, people, they felt that. When Rock and Austin faced off, people felt that. So when Sasha and I faced off, I felt it too, and it was a good moment. So will we follow up on it? If there's an opportunity.
Sasha Banks / Mercedes Mone.
Can I say one word or can I say couple?
You can say couple.
I want to wrestle her.
You want to wrestle her? She wants to wrestle Sasha Banks. Or Mercedes Mone now. I should get that right.
She said that Trish Stratus is one of her inspirations of why she wanted to become a pro wrestler. So I just, for the life of me, don't understand why that never formulate. And I feel like I know why. I feel like Vince McMahon always kind of had a silent vendetta against her, because Vince McMahon said himself that he loves destroying people.
I enjoy destroying lives. It turns me on.
He don't give people exactly what they want. And that's his own words, not mine. I remember him saying that in a roundabout way. Maybe not those exact words, but he definitely, the destroyed people's lives thing, you could see that clearly on TV. So, and honestly, to me, I feel like, and this may be a hot take, I do feel like Sasha Banks is the better wrestler between her and Charlotte. Honestly, that's just my opinion. As far as promos and things like that, you can get that to Charlotte, if you want. But to me, I feel like Sasha is the better all-around wrestler, in my opinion. And there's a reason why she's the most popular out of the 4 horsewomen. You could check, the social medias, if you could count that, right? And I remember watching, I forgot the YouTuber's name, but I'm gonna link the video down below. But I remember he said that the reason why Vince McMahon didn't give Sasha Banks basically the keys to the city, being the next Rock-esque or Hulk Hogan career, as far as going to Hollywood and really thriving, is because he felt that she was gonna leave WWE.
Well, Vince was aware of this the entire time. It was actually a part of his plan all along, and that's when we get to the Hollywood theory. The theory is that McMahon never wanted her to reach her full potential in fear of losing her to Hollywood. So he's been limiting her for the last 8 years, not keeping her at the very top nor the very bottom, but right in the middle where she doesn't ever grow too much. You see, Vince McMahon has been here and he's done it before, putting all his eggs into one basket only for that basket to walk away. The Rock and John Cena were huge baskets that got a little taste of Hollywood and never looked back, leaving the WWE dry without a top star. You could say the same thing was happening again with Sasha Banks, and that's why Vince McMahon intentionally held her back.
I don't feel like that was gonna happen. Yeah, probably part-time, you know, do her little gigs here and there, but I don't feel like she was just gonna up, pop, and leave like how The Rock did. No offense, I feel like he should at least stay like 10, maybe 15 years, and then, you know, as far as full-time, and then, you know, went to Hollywood. So that would have been, okay, 2002, so that was like 7 years, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like 2010 would have been fine for him to retire as far as like his active wrestling career as far as full-time. But to me, I feel like with Sasha, she always expressed it like wrestling is her heart. That was something that like, this is something that she wanted to do since she was 10 years old. Like,
I remember I was so obsessed with wrestling. Every single day, 24/7, I would daydream about it. During school, the only thing I could pay attention to was just WWE, was wrestling. And at the age of 16, I remember like emailing all these wrestling schools, and I was like, can you please train me like legit all over? Canada, New Jersey, Boston, New York, California. And they're like, no, you need to be 16, you need to be 18. And you know, I was 16, I'm like, Mom, can you fly me to New Jersey? There's a pro wrestling school that will train me at 16. She's like, absolutely not. What are you talking about? And I was like, okay, never mind. So when I turned 18, my mom moved to Boston. She finally got a job after 7 years of not having one. And we moved to Boston, and this wrestling school that I emailed when I was 13, Chaotic Wrestling at the time, you know, they were having this fantasy camp, and the person who impressed the coaches the most would get 3 months free training. And I saw this as like a do or die, you know, opportunity. I was like, oh my God, this is right around my birthday, right when I was turning 18. And I thought this was like the be all end all for me. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna train my butt off. I'm gonna work on promos. I'm gonna get into the best shape of my life. I was just a scrawny little kid, 99 pounds. And I remember training for like 2 months before that. It was February 7th, I believe, that the fantasy camp was. So legit like a week after my birthday, 18th birthday. And I went there and I was like, I walked into that school, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? Because I pictured everyone looking like John Cena or Batista, but it was all these guys who looked like backyard wrestlers, like Jeff Hardy, all in just Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy looking like people. So I'm like, you know what, maybe I have a chance to impress these people. And I was the only girl. I did everything. I was running the ropes, getting bruised, bumping. And at the end of the camp, the coaches pulled me aside and they're like, we want you to start training with us. And it's at that moment I was just like, oh my God, I am finally doing what I wanted to do since I was 10. I remember walking out those doors into my mom's car and I just started crying. So it's like, this is it. You said this is what you wanted to do since you were 10. And now you're gonna live your dreams, so it's crazy. Awesome. Bringing back memories, dude.
From a young girl, like I don't feel like that was gonna happen until probably maybe after 15 years, maybe she probably would have went full time and did like a Hollywood thing. Vince McMahon never pushed her to a full potential. You can see that with her booking. He would be really, really 50-50 with her. He would give her a women's championship and then have her lose it in the next month. And I remember they were hot potatoing the women's championship like on Raw majority of 2016. I'm like, goodness gracious, like this championship just got in existence and you just hot potato in the championship. And as far as the YouTuber, I remember he was saying how like he's seen the family lineage of Sasha Banks and he was all like, oh, well, if I give her, you know, make her the star that she really is, then that means that she's gonna leave.
Her cousin Snoop Dogg.
You're joking.
I'm not.
So you're just like royalty. Your bloodline's just killing it.
My bloodline, it's pretty strong. I found out Snoop Dogg was my cousin when I was like 9 years old. My mom told me. I was like, what?
Imagine they sit you down. They're like, we have to tell you.
And you know
something.
when you're a kid and then you go to school and I'm like, hey everybody, Snoop Dogg's my cousin. They're like, no, he's not. Prove it.
Any more legends in your family we should know about?
Brandy's my cousin.
Ray J and Brandy?
Ray J is my cousin.
Oh,
yes.
wait, sorry. What?
Are you an industry plant?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But you never know. You never know.
But again, he never gave her the opportunity to really have that as an option because he would keep doing these abysmal like bookings. Like he would have her in these high profile feuds, but he would have her lose majority of the feuds as if she's enhancement talent. Sasha, enhancement talent? Are you sick? Like, really look back like some years prior, like in her WWE career. I remember he started her off kind of hot as far as 2016, and then that feud with her and Charlotte was probably like critically acclaimed. And then for whatever reason, like after Bayley came in, she kind of faded out just a little bit. And then all of a sudden the Riot Squad came in and then she was just putting them over all the time. I'm like, goodness, y'all don't do that with Charlotte? So it's just like weird how her booking was, and I just never understood why they always do that. But going back to the whole Trish Stratus thing, right? I remember when Trish had that match with Charlotte. I remember, like, I know a lot of y'all are going to say, oh, well, Sasha was not in WWE at the time because she took a hiatus. Yeah, but I feel like Vince would have never gave her that match anyway. I mean, look at how they were booking her. I really seriously doubt, like, let's say she didn't take that hiatus. Do y'all really, like, ask yourself a question. Do y'all really feel like he would have gave that match to Sasha? I feel like if Sasha possibly, if she would have stayed, I feel like would have possibly happened. He probably would have broke up Bayley and Sasha, like how he teased before, I think a year prior or like months prior or something. Matter of fact, I think it was a year prior. This is when they did that whole therapy session and stuff like that.
Hi, my name is Bayley, and when I grow up, I'm gonna be a champion. Not because I deserve it, because I collect so many autographs, and I'm a pushover, and I act like I'm 5, and I'm everyone's best friend. And did I mention that I like hugs? Yeah! I'm Sasha Banks, and I'm the legit boss. And if you don't call me the boss, I'm gonna stab you in the back. And if you get an opportunity before me, I'm gonna stab you in the back. Actually, it doesn't matter what you do because I'm gonna stab you in the back because I'm the legit boss. Oh, and guess what? I have a neighbor whose mailman's cousin is Snoop Dogg. And one more thing, I'm the boss.
And then I remember after that, then they went back together and then they wound up finally getting the Women's Tag Team Championships. I remember they were promised that they were gonna get a lengthy reign. Then that didn't happen. Then Sasha left after WrestleMania. And then the match, her dream match, was given to Charlotte. And to be honest, I really feel like Vince McMahon did that to put a dig in there. Like, yeah, you left, but yeah, you missing out. But he would have never gave that match to her anyway. Like, but I feel like that match would have actually put butts in seats. A lot of fans been clamoring for that match for years. And for whatever reason, like the chemistry was right there. It was magnetic. Like, they probably got the biggest pop of the night with Trish and Sasha Banks. That match would have ate for years. I feel like that match would have been probably, it wouldn't even have needed the title. That would have probably been a WrestleMania worthy match or SummerSlam. Something that like one of the big four. Probably not Survivor Series. Royal Rumble, nah. Because, you know, that's mostly focused on, you know, the Women's Royal Rumble. So I wouldn't do that there. But being as though that Mercedes Mone now, that's her name, Sasha Banks, is in AEW. And then Trish, of course, is like a WWE girl through and through. I don't know how much time left that Trish has in her career because, no offense, she's been wrestling really well. But honestly, she's almost pushing 50. You know what I mean? And that's not no shade, not age shame or anything like that. But I don't see her wrestling past 50, honestly. And I really seriously doubt that if Sasha Banks is done with AEW because I think she signed a 5-year deal. So that's realistically, what, 2030, 2029? That's like a big gap. So at that point, what, Trish is like 48, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't see her wrestling the 53. And then she does, hey, I'm pretty sure that match will eat, but I just don't see her. I don't know, like that's like a big, like, what if? But if she does, I mean, hey, Ric Flair was wrestling well into his 70s, so I mean, so I don't know, but we have to see. But comment down below. How do you feel about a Sasha Banks versus Trish Stratus match? Do you feel like that match would have ate? Or do you feel like, well, she already done missed her time and, you know, it'll never happen or whatever, but I feel like that match would have definitely Sasha Banks justice, and I unfortunately it never happened, and I feel like that was a big missed opportunity. But comment down below, are you team Sasha Banks or are you team Trish Stratus, the Hall of Famer? Comment down below, sound off in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe, help me grow this channel. Like I always say, your love and support is definitely welcome on this channel. And peace, TJ, I'm out.
Alright. Don't call her a slut. Keep it on